750 million people around the world today still lack access to reliable and affordable electricity. And even for those who do have electricity, and I mean the lights are technically on, the quality of electricity that they're receiving is too poor for them to even be able to use it productively. But what does poor electricity even mean? Utilities and regulators set standards for the quality of electricity that you receive in your sockets, looking at aspects like acceptable voltage levels. If the voltages drop too low or fluctuate too often, appliances fail, productivity suffers, and entire communities are left to bear the cost. Yet measuring the extent of these problems is quite difficult, especially in developing economies, because the power quality monitoring tools are expensive, they're sparse, and they're quite rarely deployed at the edge where the last mile consumers actually live. So this brings a problem, because if you can't measure it, you can't improve it. This is where my research begins, with a simple observation. Lights are everywhere, cameras are everywhere too. Every one of you today carries a camera in your phone that is much more powerful than ever before. If you've captured a video in a room, you may have seen the faint flickering of the lights or even the lines on the wall. For photographers, that is annoying. But for me, that's so cute. Using computational photography, I study how subtle changes in the flickering pattern of light tell us about how the electricity supplying this light is actually behaving. I combine controlled lab experiments and real-world deployments in 2 African cities, Kampala and Nairobi. I capture images of community lights using cameras deployed over high-rise buildings. I pre-process these images using signal processing and apply machine learning to be able to extract patterns that allow us to estimate whether the grid is currently being supplied by low voltages, normal voltages, or high voltages. Ultimately, my research is looking at how utilities and regulators can be able to use low-cost, off-the-shelf tools, like cameras, to be able to measure how the grid is behaving in a much scalable way. And in the long run, this will enable them to have planning and operation frameworks that take into account the true lived experiences in terms of what the quality of electricity people are receiving at the last mile. Thank you.